Okay, a little bit of an update on the DJT $175 million bind that he had reduced, of course, from the $465 million bond because he pleaded and begged the court saying that he was so poor he couldn't afford it. Please have mercy on me. Please have mercy on me. Lower the bond. So they put it to $175 million, which, if you remember correctly, was the original ask in the case when it began. So he was granted that $175 million, and he just acquired a bond guarantee from Knight Specialty Insurance Company, which is owned by this multi-billionaire by the name of Don Hanley. Not Don Henley, Don Hanley, who owns one of many, many, many companies, but one of which is responsible for the loans that Trump got, not only for Trump Tower, but also for the Doral Golf Course in Florida. And this is an American company, all right, that has basically given him the last bit of American loan money for his purchases when he moved into the golf course area of real estate rather than the real estate area of real estate. And this was one of the last loans, the Doral Golf Course, he got from an American financing company before he went to his Uncle Vladdy over in Russia. The people who were lending him this money, Mr. Don Hanley, made his billions of dollars by subprime auto loans. If you remember the subprime mortgages that created the real estate bubble because it's false assets, making things on paper be more valuable than they're worth. Does that sound familiar? But anyway, this is the guy who gave Donald J. Trump his money for Trump Tower and also for Doral Golf Course. Now, this guy knows how to make money, which means he also knows how to put together paperwork, how to recoup his money in assets or everything else, because he takes advantage of desperate people who desperately need money and have nowhere else to go. People like the billionaire Donald J. Trump. People like that. This is probably his first time, besides Trump Tower and the Doral Golf Course, dealing with anyone in Donald J. Trump's position and giving them money. So now he's amplified his profits. He's amplified the assets needed to get the loan, but he gave him $175 million to post as a bond for the New York civil fraud case. So until this goes to court and to decide whether or not he wins or loses or whatever, somewhere around the election, a little bit before the election, this company will be gambling whether or not they're going to get their money back in cash or take it out of Trump's orange chunky ass. That's what it's going to come down to, because if they have to take it out of his person, it will probably be because he lost the election, was thrown in jail, or was hunted down by the other countries that he owes money to, like Russia, Saudi Arabia, China, North Korea, and all those other fine friends that he made as he was president. So let's just wrap this all up by saying this guy, Don Hanley, made a hedging his bets kind of decision to front him the money for the $175 million bond, knowing even in failure, Don Hanley will win like Don Henley did in his career. Just saying. DJT is screwed. And if this country, a majority of this country, which I believe down deep in my heart recognizes, to keep him out of office will force justice to prevail. And all these things that are coming up that he's found guilty of, including these loans that he's taken out from Chubb Life, even though it's friends of his, even though this Don Henley guy is friends of his, they will cash out in the end because they didn't get where they are by being stupid. DJT got where he got by being a con man. It just so happened at this point in his life, people are catching on to it and calling him on it. So make sure, no matter what, you pay attention when it comes time to vote. And start protecting this country instead of your party. God bless. Stay diligent, stay educated, and be kind. We are all in this together. justice will be served, the democracy will be saved, and America is already great. Just a little screwed up here and there, but we can fix that.